All right, so I just want to show how I put on lead on my Euro nymphs. So first I'm going to do is I've got the bead on there, situated already, hooks in the vise, and I'm just going to start the thread right behind the eye, or excuse me, right behind the bead, and work back just a little bit, trim off that piece of thread, then I'm going to work back up to the bead, and actually I'm going to kind of work to where the thread's like up inside the bead. Next I'm going to take, this is 0.025 lead, and I'm just going to slide that in there, push it tight against the bead, and you'll notice the bead will actually come up a bit and move forward, and that just keeps the bead from moving around, keeps it nice and tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a few wraps of thread right behind that slot in that bead, just to get it nice and tight. So now there's actually like kind of a dam of thread right behind that bead. Then I'm going to leave that thread hang down, and I'm going to take my lead wire and I'm going to start making wraps. And with these Pat's rubber legs, I usually run 8 wraps of lead of 0.25. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come back up, and if you notice, while I was wrapping right in front of the thread, so it was moving the thread back with each wrap. So now I've got my 8 wraps on. I bring my lead up to the top, and I'm going to come over the top of that lead with my thread, and I'm going to put in a half dozen wraps or so. Then I'm going to run my lead kind of parallel with the hook shank, work it back, and as I do that, I'm going to start putting some more tension on my thread, wiggling the wire back and forth, and you'll see that wire cuts right off. I'm going to work back up right behind the wraps of thread. I'm going to create a little dam here. So what this does is, number one, you have no waste in lead wraps. You're not messing around with little lead pieces laying around your fly tying bench. This is in here, this bead is completely solid, it's not moving around. The lead is not moving now, and you have a nice little dam that going along here from the hook shank on up to the lead. So now the lead's completely secure, you have a nice ramp there, nothing moves, and you're ready to keep tying. So hope that little tip helps you out when you're tying your thread, or tying on your lead.